Hi, I'm Harumi, and I'm 61 years old. And then I've been teaching the people for the how to become a beauty and healthy for the body and mind and soul, like holistic beauty. And then now I'm turning 60, so I really like to lead the woman after the 60 years old to have a second life. I wanted to help the people about not only the beauty but the mind and the soul to create a new you, and that's how I'm doing that.
I am in Japan, a country deeply rooted in ancient tradition and at the same time carries the image of being futuristic, where you can set a quiet devotion in a Shinto shrine and just around the corner be served dinner by a humanoid robot. In a virtual art lab, the floor mirrored the sky as I took form of being in between. At a science exhibition, aging was described as a disease. Just like that, a clinical flaw. But I've heard that framing before, about menopause, about pregnancy and giving birth, about how we treat transitions as errors. But really, isn't that what's sick? To fear transformation so much, we try to pause time, stay static, unmoved, as if that wouldn't be worse than death. What if aging isn't a failure? What if it's a portal? An initiation into a deeper kind of knowing. And one thread, as we've touched on so far, is how we nurture ourselves through the food we eat and through our personal rituals.
We also talked about food.
Food.
And even now, like Japanese diets are getting a lot of attention because of the phytoestrogens with beans and soya products and
rice and sake and
yeah, sake especially now. But it's also something that maybe makes the transitioning
I
easier.
don't know.
Soybeans is very like a both sides. They have both sides.
Yeah.
For the effects from
She's an expert.
He's an expert.
Yes, expert.
It might have a causing for the breast cancer, so they don't really suggest for the soy product anymore.
So it's also in soy products that you can get cancer.
Yeah, that's Americans that have the research
Yeah.
for that, and the Japanese follows right now. So
I think also fermented food.
fermented food, yeah, that's
Sake,
good.
soy sauce,
Yeah.
Natto, miso,
yeah.
The beans.
Yeah, so everything is fermented.
Fermented food is very good
Very
for
good.
the immune
Probiotics?
system, for the
I think so.
for the gut. So
Yes. It has started to come now that women, especially in the US, I think, it's not only estrogen that women start to take, but you also need testosterone. But I also think naturally, like you're bit into, that it increases.
So if it doesn't increase enough, so they have to apply the testosterone to the woman. That's what I heard.
Because testosterone is also important for women when it comes to sex drive and But here, in Japan, do people or women take hormones? We talked a little bit about that, or is it very?
Really?
I don't know. I'm asking.
But
I don't know.
I find the book about produce the testosterone for the woman in after 60s because they so depressed because you're losing the testosterone and then also the female hormone both, so it doesn't have enough energy to live. So they get the testosterone for the woman. I very surprised, but they have those procedure for a woman too.
I have a friend that is a burlesque performer, or she's like a circus artist, and she didn't feel like performing anymore. And then when she started to take testosterone, she wanted to go up on stage again.
Who is that? Evelyn?
No, she's called Angela Wand. I'll show you. She's a really great host.
Hormones have helped so much, and there's so much new in the last 20 years. There's so much new facts about hormones. So low dose of estrogen did the trick. Low dose of testosterone did the trick. So I have a sex drive again, and I'm basically just more even.
Testosterone is something I'm very curious about. So
Low dose.
So what did your gynecology gynecologist tell you about testosterone? What?
She said that the testosterone that's made for women isn't sold in Sweden. It's illegal, or it's not sold anymore. So we take testosterone that is for men in very, very low doses. And it's because you're taking a low dose, it comes very slow, like your sex drive and not
What-
just
yeah,
sex
what does it
drive,
do,
not just
testosterone?
sex drive, energy. I took it also because I was just still so tired. I was so tired. I was just so tired. Even after the estrogen, and she's like, let's give you some testosterone, see if that helps. It helped.
And how are you feeling now? Are
I
you
feel
back on
great.
stage?
Yeah, I'm on stage. It feels good. But I think that with Climaxteria, with menopause, I am able to. I don't have to be in the center. I don't have to, where I had to be last time before.
Is that a new feeling?
It is a new feeling. It's a lovely feeling of just like, I don't have to be the last person at the party. I don't have to be the person on the dance floor. I can watch. That's the difference. I can watch and get a lot of pleasure.
So, but funny things is men's losing testosterone,
Yes.
so they get very old, you know.
Yes.
But the woman get more stronger after
Yeah.
60.
That is really, you really see women like older than 70s. They're super vital.
Super good. So, but the old men,
energetic.
so old
Ladies are.
women have a little bit more like a female hormone, so that doesn't really help for them. So it's just as like whiny, and so it's kind of funny to competition.
Yeah.
I mean, between the woman and the men. Do that like holistic beauty things, and I especially for the skin, hair, and I've been doing that since I was in New York, and I
Look,
teach
she didn't
yoga.
have makeup on. I mean,
So I don't have any
Looks
foundation.
amazing.
Yeah.
So I
No
that's why I
foundation.
teach
Oh my
for the
God.
people, clients, and then I used to do the hair in New York, and then,
Yeah.
so now but the beauty comes from the health. So especially for women, we have lots of different story for the pregnancy or females, I mean the periods and menopause. So I always wanted to give the answer for them to what's going on in my body and mind. So I do that like meditation and yogi and things like that, and I try to teach to the woman who comes after me. Because I'm 61, so I've been through it, and so I wanted to help the people like that.
That's beautiful. That's because I think it's also about returning to like, what do I want to do? Because estrogen kind of affects women in a way that you become a caretaker.
Exactly. Yeah.
But after estrogen, so I think with women that start to take estrogen, they kind of get stuck in that instead of fully transitioning over and becoming more free, and also going back to what do I want?
Exactly.
And then that also radiates through your skin, your quality, like you will radiate if you're feeling happy. And so it's very much like a psychological thing with your mind too.
That's only for like a skin and hair, but for the more mind, because you being like a mother or a wife or like somebody's daughter, and you've been taking care of the parents and the kids and the husband. But now after 50, so you become more like yourself. So how would you like to enjoy your life and the rest of life until the 100 years old? So I think we have a lot of time, so you have to rethink about it by yourself, about your life. So that's I try to like motivate a woman's.
Beautiful.